Hello, everybody, and welcome to Attack the Baseline, a WNBA podcast where every episode we attack our baseline knowledge of the WNBA. Today, we're going to talk a lot of it, about the Olympics. No WNBA basketball in sight. We've just got Olympic Games coverage, so we're going to start by doing a little intro episode to talk about some of the other WNBA players that are in other country Olympic teams, as we look forward to the 5-on-5 basketball game and the 3-on-3, of course, too. But before we get into any of that, Kristen, welcome. We're here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the Olympics.
Olympics are fun.
I love this. Yeah, last time we had the Summer Olympics was 2021. Should have been 2020, but 2021. We were on our honeymoon, I remember watching. I remember watching basketball.
Yes.
In our hotel room, because then it was on, I guess it was always on replay in the mornings.
Right.
So you would watch it when we woke up.
It was tough having the Olympics in Tokyo just because of the time difference. So you're always pretty much getting recap. You're not seeing anything live. It was nice to wake up this morning, Saturday morning, go turn on the TV. We got live Olympic action. We got canoeing and some gymnastics stuff. Watch a little basketball. It's lovely.
Yeah, it was nice. And I don't know if they've ever done this before, but we were watching the Gold Zone. The
Gold Zone on Peacock.
Yeah, that was really cool. Because it would switch for you the events that were having, medaled events. Yeah. So you didn't have to be paying attention to what's going on. It just switched.
It's so nice to just not have to, when I used to watch it with cable, it was okay, what's on USA, what's on NBC, what's on CNBC, what's on MSNBC, you're flipping channels, and this is we'll do it for you. And also they have a quad box where you can have 4 things on it at a time. I wish they would let you pick. That would be pretty sweet, but you can go between the audio.
I thought you were picking.
Well, I could, so of the 4 that they chose, I could switch, I could bounce in. But unfortunately, I couldn't just pick which 4 events. There were more than 4 things happening.
Yeah.
But still pretty good. What are some of your favorite Olympic events?
Well, definitely my favorite is synchronized diving.
Big diver.
That is diving in general is cool, but just synchronized diving, doing it together, I love that because it's just mesmerizing to me. And I guess they already did some of it, so I guess I missed it and have to go back.
Yeah, I think there will be other synchronized diving from different heights and stuff.
Yeah,
too,
probably.
Right? Isn't that how diving works?
Yeah.
It's height based. Yeah. I do appreciate that. I know the big ones are gymnastics and swimming. I usually get up for swimming. I like a handball. I like a water polo.
Yeah.
Water polo is a great watch.
We were watching that today.
We watched a little U.S. women's water polo. They crushed, I don't even remember who they were playing. Flava Flav loves water polo apparently. Yeah. So he's hanging out with the team playing water polo with them, which is weird. But those are the ones I think about. I'm kind of looking forward to track and field a little more this year. I feel I didn't watch any of it last Olympics.
Yeah.
But I want to see some track stuff.
I'm excited to watch Sha'Carri.
Yes.
And Noah Lyles.
Yes. Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri Richardson. That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
And of course, basketball. We're going to watch a lot of basketball. It's all in the calendar. I got every game, every men's and women's 5-on-5 game, and all the women's 3-on-3 games in the calendar. Don't really care about men's 3-on-3, but men did already win a 3-on-3 game today. So
nice.
We'd love to see that.
Okay.
But yeah, we're here to talk about women's basketball because that's what we do on this podcast. We talk about women's basketball, not the WNBA in this case, Olympic basketball, but we know all these players. They're WNBAers. If you're new to the podcast, even though we're 4.5 minutes in, welcome to Attack the Baseline. Happy to have you here. Kristen and I have been doing the show in order to continue to learn about the WNBA every single week. And now we're at this break point where we've got a lot of time off and we want to keep our basketball knowledge intact. So we have to stay trained and continue to watch the ladies that are very good at their job playing basketball, continue to win basketball games against other good competition. If you'd like to reach out to us and talk to us, you can do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com, or follow us on our Twitter, ATBpod_. But like we said, today is like an introductory thing. We're going to talk more about games and other podcasts coming up. But for this one, I just want to list out, again, all of those WNBA players that we know, that we've talked about, that are on other countries' teams, so that we're aware that they're there, so that when you're watching, you can be like, oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about the schedule, what days they're going to be playing, so that you can look forward to that. But first, Kristen, we have one other Unrivaled member, the 10th member of the Unrivaled group.
Yes, it's Unveiled.
Hints will be back later, but right now.
Yeah, I think after the Olympics, they're taking a little break. But they revealed Angel Reese as the first rookie to be part of the Unrivaled League.
Yes. And they did say after they announced Angel, which I think is great for that league.
Yeah.
They're like, more rookies are coming.
I'm sure, look, I know there's not like a ton of good rookies, but I think rookies will be involved in this because they are not going to be going overseas.
Right. Cam plays 3-on-3. It'll be Cam will be in the league.
Right, correct.
I will be interested to see if Caitlin is in the league.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested in that because I don't know if she will want to be.
She might not want to. Mm-hmm. She might be busy with other business ventures in the off season. I don't think she goes international. We've talked about that. But I don't know. It'll be cool. Like Rickea Jackson, I could see. She just signed with Skechers.
Yes, the first WNBA player to sign with Skechers.
Yep, so now we know our Skechers athletes are Rickea Jackson and Joelle Embiid.
Okay, love it.
Those are the ones that I know. Pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited. We got 20 more players in this Unrivaled League that have yet to be announced. We're going to find that out, again, like Kristen said, after the Olympics. So stay tuned for that. Continue to follow on social media. They are very good with their hints. The one for Angel was hard. It was like a number counter that counted up to 24. And it was like a reference to some tweet that she had back in May.
Oh, really?
I was like they retweeted it. And they were like, did you get it? I was like, no.
I didn't know what the hint was about. I was like, oh, are they number 24 or something?
Right. I was like, yeah, who's number 24?
No. So the hints are kind of pretty hard. So fun to play along.
Yeah, unless it's like, oh, well, this is obviously Mercury. Who's a good player on the Mercury? Ka? Okay, it's Ka.
Right.
So anyway, back to the Olympics. Mm-hmm. Kristen, what before we talk about the players, because I don't know if you're aware of all the players.
No, I'm for sure not.
So this will be kind of more of a reaction to you. Why don't you tell our audience what days they should look forward to watching at least the group stage of basketball
for USA?
For the USA, correct?
Okay.
And who their opponents are.
Sure, my papers.
She's got the big calendar.
Well, the first game is tomorrow. Oh, wait. What day is today?
Today's
Saturday.
If you're listening to this on Saturday, it's on Monday. If you're listening to this on Sunday, then it's tomorrow.
Yeah, Monday the 29th. We're playing Japan at 3 p.m.
Eastern.
Yeah, I believe this is all our time.
Yep.
Then we have a game on August 1st versus Belgium. And then August 4th versus Germany.
Right.
And that's all the group stage games.
Right. So I am confused about how many advance. I should know. I get mixed up because it's only 3 groups. When it's 4 groups, it's easy.
Oh.
Because if it's 3 groups and the top 2 from each group advance, then you have 6. And you can't do that. You can't have an odd number. So 8 need to advance.
You're sure there's 3 groups?
I'm pretty sure there are only 3 groups, but we're going to learn live on the pod. Yes, so there's only 3 groups. Mm-hmm. There's only 3 groups of 4 teams. We've got Group A, China, Puerto Rico, Serbia, and Spain. We got Group B, Australia, Canada, France, Nigeria, and then we have Group C, Belgium, Germany, Japan, and the US. So if you think that the top 2 advance from each group, then that's 6. Maybe then they just take 2 other the two other best records
Sure.
of everybody else, because then they get 8. Because it is a quarterfinal, semifinal, and a final. And we know that the quarterfinal will be on the 7th, semifinal will be on the 9th, and the final will be on the 11th of August. So we know when the games are being played. U.S., looking at their opponents, Germany, Belgium, Japan, they shouldn't have a problem winning all 3. I would be shocked if they lose a game.
Yeah, I would.
So, like, they should probably clear this and they shouldn't have trouble until maybe the final. But, like, because there are some teams that are loaded with WNBA talent. But, at least in this group stage, should be smooth sailing.
Okay.
For the best team in the world. But now, we're going to shift gears. And we're going to talk about the players in those different teams. So I went out and I looked at every roster and I counted and I said, you're in the WNBA. You're not in the WNBA. I will say that I looked at the 3-on-3 rosters too. I know I mentioned that. I don't think there's any crossover WNBA players in other countries.
I don't think that would make sense because it feels like then they would be on ours if, then they would be on our 3-on-3 team if they were a good 3-on-3 player.
Well, but there's the rules about, like, you can have 2 really good players and then 2, like, less good players to make up your teams of 4. I don't really...
Like, because Haley Van Lith is on the team. Like, I would just think it would be somebody in the W if there were more 3-on-3 players.
Right.
That played.
And just for context, because I realized this the other day, when Tokyo was on, and we were unaware of the league.
Correct.
And weren't following. The 3-on-3 basketball team, they must have just changed the rules because the 3-on-3 team for the U.S. was Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum,
Stephanie
Dolson, my goat, and Alicia Gray, Aura. Like, what a freaking squad.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
That is such a squad. And I'm like, wow. That's like, if it was those 4 now, like, they're never losing a game.
Yeah.
They're winning like 21-3 every single game because they only played at 21.
Oh.
In case
I didn't know that.
In case you haven't checked out the format. That'll be cool to talk about. I haven't really, like, watched enough of it to understand what the best things to point out about the game is, so I'm looking forward to catching up on that. But again, no 3-on-3 teams, or no 3-on-3 players in other countries from the W, as far as I'm aware. But if you know, correct me. Feel free to correct me. So we'll go around the league and find out. China. There is one player.
Yeah, Lee Yuru.
Lee Yuru.
Okay.
6'7". She's not the center.
Yeah, there's a super tall woman for China.
Yeah, Han Ju, who did a cup of coffee in the WNBA. 6'11".
Wow.
Clears BG.
Wow.
Tall.
What, she just didn't want to be in the W or something?
I don't know if it worked out. I don't know the details.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty certain that she was there because when you're the tallest woman in the world, like, you probably are going to get a call to play basketball.
Yeah.
So.
No, for sure.
It was cool. But
that's interesting.
I think that China team is going to be huge. And I think they have, like, a real chance to do some damage. I think they're like a silver medal or bronze medal, like certainly a medalist team because they have a lot of talent. And Lee's good. We've watched Lee on the Sparks.
Yeah, taking over in place of Cam Brink. She's perfectly fine. So.
Hell yeah. So that's it for China. Only one player.
Okay.
On Spain.
That's Pancake.
That's Pancake Gustafson.
Megan Gustafson.
Of the Aces.
Yep.
That was a fun one to find out. I was like, oh, Megan's here. Cool.
I mean, I don't think she's Spanish, but okay.
I mean, she has to at least be Spanish.
You have to?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You have to have, like, some, or, like,
some connection.
You either need to be, like, a citizen or...
Yeah, you can become a citizen.
Right. So she has, like, something in her family.
Maybe, probably.
I think she legally has to, but I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What? Joelle?
Yeah, Joel's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, but France.
Yeah, he's a French citizen.
Okay. So he became a French citizen.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not arguing about the Joel U.S. team. Enough people say
saying.
stupid stuff about that.
Okay.
But anyway.
No. Okay, fine.
No, continue.
I wasn't saying about the U.S. I was saying about France. He's not from France.
Right.
Okay, but he could have been on the French Olympic team.
Correct, because he's a French citizen.
Sure.
Which I think you need to at least be a citizen. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Australia. Long list of Australian WNBA players. Can you name like 2 or 3?
Well, Rebecca Allen.
True.
I feel like I can picture people. What's her name? I don't know. Tell me.
Let's see. So, well, first off, because Beck Allen is the one that you mentioned, sad to say, Rebecca Allen hurt herself in a practice, getting ready, injured her hamstring in the last exhibition that Australia played against Canada. And she'll have to pull herself from the Olympics because she doesn't want to get hurt for the rest.
Olympics.
Yep. She doesn't want to get hurt for the rest of because the schedule's so quick.
Yeah.
That like there's no time for her to take off. Like she just got hurt right before they went. It's like, well, I might as well just rehab before, I have to get back to playing with the Mercury.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that stinks.
Sad for Beck Allen. But I'll go down the list. Jade Melbourne of the Mystics. Not a player that we've talked about, I don't think.
No.
Christy Wallace of the Indiana Fever.
Okay.
Stephanie Talbot of the LA Sparks.
Yeah, she's done pretty good recently.
Alana Smith.
Okay, that's who I was thinking of.
Our girl from the Lynx.
Yep.
Then we have Ezzy.
Oh, of course.
Obviously Ezzy. Which is the first of our 3 Storm affiliated players. Sammy Whitcomb.
Okay.
Also Storm. And then Storm legend, Lauren Jackson, who we learned from our guest spot with Dat, our friend, who's a Seattle Storm fan. Go back and check out that episode if you haven't. Lauren Jackson was there on the team that won their first 2 championships for Seattle. So, like, Lauren Jackson is this 40-plus-year-old legend who hasn't been in the WNBA for a while, but is still connected to the national team. And it's pretty sick.
No, that's really cool.
And apparently she's really good.
That's going to be a really good team.
Of lists that I've seen of, like, who are you most excited to see?
Yeah.
It's not only the U.S. women's national team. Lauren Jackson's, like, top of everybody's list.
Yeah.
Because they're like, what does she still have in the tank?
Okay, yeah. I've never seen her play, so I'm down to watch.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Canada.
Okay.
You got any Canadians in the back of your mind?
Is Nika there?
Nika Mule? No.
Okay,
No,
then I don't know.
Okay. Well, we have Letitia Amahir,
Okay.
who's from the Atlanta Dream. Another player that we haven't really talked about.
Okay.
Bridget Carlton.
Oh, okay.
Another one of our girls from the Lynx.
Yes.
Who's gonna hoop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, Canada could be a really hot team. Aaliyah Edwards.
Oh, yay.
Yes. Who, for some reason, I forget that she's Canadian.
Yeah.
Great player. Excited to see her.
I love her.
Kia Nurse
Okay.
of the Sparks.
Okay, wow.
And then I have one other honorable mention of a player that's in college, and our friend Coach, who's our Connecticut Sun fan, has sent us like a full list, like analyzing every player on all the Olympic squads. And this is just a name that I think is so sick. She plays for the University of Michigan. Syla Swords.
Syla?
Or Syla? Scylla? Probably Syla.
Yeah, probably Syla.
Syla Swords. Swords. Like the things that knights have. Swords.
Okay.
It's so sick. It's such a cool name.
Yeah,
she's
that's pretty cool.
Like, I assume she's going to make the W. You want to have swords on your team?
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay, swords to Philly.
Whenever you're ready, Syla. I think she was a freshman.
Okay.
So I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure she's pretty young. But it's cool that you can get this crossover of like college talent on these teams too.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you don't see that on the U.S. team, but like a lot of the other ones have college talent. Mm-hmm. A couple more. There's not many more.
Okay.
But Belgium, who's one that the U.S. will be playing.
Yeah.
Julie Van Loo. Mm-hmm. She'll be there, who's been a great rookie, an older rookie, a 31-year-old rookie for the Washington Mystics.
Still, you don't think of her as a rookie, but...
No, I think of her as like a very talented passing guard that could do some damage. I mean, it's going to be tough to get out of this group with the U.S. and with Germany, who's our other team that has multiple WNBA talents. But I do believe in Julie Van Loo's ability, so we're going to check that out. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, like I already mentioned, Germany has the Sabli sisters.
Okay.
Satu and Niara.
Oh, is Satu going to play?
I don't know. I watched a little bit of the U.S. versus Germany exhibition game. Mm-hmm. I saw that Niara was there, and I didn't see Satu, but I didn't watch enough of the game to confirm entirely. If Satu's back, and this is our first time seeing Satu, then I'm going to be very excited. And Germany is a team that we're going to play.
Yeah, right.
Guaranteed.
Right.
So lock into that, because Satu Sabli is apparently one of the top 10 talents in the WNBA.
Like her first game back is going to be their game against the U.S.
Well, you'd hope that she would come back earlier.
Right.
And play the other group stage rounds.
Yeah, I would hope.
A little better likelihood. And then another Liberty member, Leonie Fiebisch, is on the Germany team.
Okay.
I've been a fan of Leonie's recently once she entered getting a little more play time for the Liberty. So I think that German squad, if Satu is playing, they're probably pretty decent. Germany's good in the men's game too. Like they won the FIBA Gold last year. They beat the U.S. team. There are a lot of talented NBA players on the German squad, and clearly a lot of talented WNBA players. So Germany has a shot to make some noise. I don't think they can knock us off here, but I think they could at least put up a challenge.
Sure.
Which, we want good hoops. So we're here for that.
I mean, it seems like we got a pretty good draw for the group stages.
Yeah, I think that group B is a little tougher.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm content.
Oh yeah.
To these ladies are going for, was it an eighth consecutive gold medal going back to
Since
1996. 96, 2000, 2004, 8, 12, 16, 21, and 24. This will be 8.
Wow, and Diana Taurasi
would be her
sixth.
DT. Kristen's like, why is DT on the team? We know why DT's on the team.
No, I'm not saying why is she on the team. She deserves to be on the team.
Why she's starting. That was what the question was.
That's my question, but that's fine. She can start.
That's what I said. It's just like LeBron starting for the men.
Right. Yeah,
you got to let the legends
play.
Fine.
So you think China will be the hardest?
I think China will be a tough beat. I think they have a lot of size and a lot of scoring versatility from what I've seen and what I've heard. And I think they should win their group pretty easily. So you know that they're going to be there in the quarterfinal.
Are they with Australia, that same group?
I think Australia is, if I'm not mistaken, they're in the second group. Just let me pull it up again. Australia's in the second group. China's in the first group. So I don't think China's going to have a tough time getting past, Pancake and Spain, Serbia and Puerto Rico. Like, they should probably breeze through that 3-0.
Okay.
It's that second one. I mean, like, I could see Australia, Canada, France all coming out. And I want to take a second to shout out the Nigerian national team.
Oh, yes.
Because when I was doing this research and going through the rosters, I found out that one of my favorite women basketball players that I've ever watched play basketball, and one of the only teams that I watched in person, from our University of Delaware Fighting Blue Hens, Nicole Enabosi, who is like an end of the bench player for the team, has some limited minutes. She's incredible. She's an incredible watch. She was there. Kristen and I would go to basketball games when we were at school, and watching her was such a treat. She's like a power forward, center type, tall and strong. She would do 20 and 10 easy, and she was going to have a smooth ride to the W. I guaranteed it. And then she tore her ACL, and it was terrible. It was so sad. She has records for UD and like was contending with some of Deladon's records. So like she was real.
Yeah.
And it's just a shame
I know,
that the way it broke. Like she stayed with our school the whole time. She didn't transfer.
Yeah.
She was a blue hen through and through.
Well, at least she's still getting some playing time.
It's awesome. And the Nigerian team, they win Afrobasket like every single year.
Yeah.
So like she's getting trophies.
Good
She's
for
getting
her.
to play.
Yeah.
It's just
I know.
Nicole.
What could have been.
I was so excited when I saw her name. I kept it in. I was like, Kristen, I have news that's so exciting that I need to tell you, but I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
And I told her.
You did spoil it.
I did spoil it. I was gonna save it for this podcast, but I learned like 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't hold it in. So we're excited to watch a little Nicole hoops. Hopefully, if we can check out the Nigeria games. But yeah, that's it. That's the full list of WNBA players, current WNBA players. I should say that there are other ones that have been in the league.
Oh.
I just don't know who exactly.
Sure.
If they're not current, it's a little tougher for me to tell.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. There's a lot of talent, and there's a lot of talent on the men's side. Like a ton of NBA players.
Yeah.
These teams are loaded.
Not just on the U.S. team, on every team.
Yeah.
Really.
It's very much not amateur basketball.
No,
It's real hoops.
Perhaps these men's games will be more interesting now in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Than the women's games.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, maybe teams that aren't the U.S.
The U.S. men can lose.
Yeah.
I don't want them to, because I won't live it down if Joelle loses. I won't live this down.
Why? It's not your fault.
They need to win. They need to win.
It's not going to be Joelle's fault, so it's fine.
But people will make it Joelle's fault.
I know they will.
Anyway, listeners, that's quick show today. Just to introduce you so that you can get ready to watch some women's hoops in the Olympics as our ladies go for gold. But we're going to be here sporadically throughout the Olympics, either looking at individual games. We'll be ready after the group stage to talk about what it's going to look like going into the quarterfinal and the semifinal for the final. We're just going to pop in, talk hoops.
Send us your thoughts on other countries. I mean, we're going to try to watch, we're going to watch all the U.S. games. We'll try to watch the other countries' games. I'm sure we're going to miss some. Yeah. So let us know if you see anything cool, fun.
Send us an email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com, or hit us up on our Twitter, ATBpod_. We'll look forward to hearing from you because it is a fun time for sports, as the Olympics always are.
Yeah. And go follow, I think Asia posted it, but it was so cute seeing all of them on the boats.
Yes.
On the opening ceremonies, and they all have really only Asia was Asia and Joelle were wearing the Olympics glasses, looking so funny, taking like little face selfies,
like nose pictures,
selfies with the glasses, so cute. I couldn't see them on the boat. I was like looking. There's so many, but of course LeBron was up there carrying the torch,
the flag.
Oh, the flag.
Yeah, Captain LeBron. Yeah, it's going to be...
It would have been cool if it was LeBron and DT, but I guess they would never do that.
I think DT... I think
did
DT's
it before?
Had the flag before.
Oh.
I don't know.
I kind of doubt it.
LeBron is the first male basketball player to hold the flag. I know that. But I think specifically saying... The qualifier of saying male basketball player makes me think that a women's basketball player has held it before. But I don't know.
Okay.
If you know,
well, it was like fake carrying anyway. They weren't walking.
Yeah, they were on a boat.
They were just holding it.
Hold it up.
On the boat.
As it pours rain.
It was windy and raining, so that was an important job, I guess, to hold the flag.
And now they can't swim in the Seine because there's too much water in the Seine.
Of course.
Pretty funny.
Yep, she swam in there for nothing, that mayor. w
Whose name is escaping us.
Watch that clip. It's very funny.
Yeah, go watch that clip. and go back to watching some Olympics. Thank you for listening to this episode of Attack the Baseline. Kristen, I'm looking at the baseline. What are we going to do?
Attack it.
That's right. Attack the baseline. Thank you. We'll be back soon with another episode within the coming days. Enjoy the Olympics. We'll talk to you soon.